Strom here for the Strawboro Sports Show. Welcome you in live here for more Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football as your Cuyahoga Falls Rapids gets it set to take on the Columbus Fire. Big things here at stake for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. It's pretty simple. A win not only locks up the number one seed in the PFA 2A division, but it would also unlock for the first time an undefeated season. Ken Straub here for the Strawboro Sports Show, your voice of the Rapids here as always. So we're going to get set to kick off here in just a second. Rapids going to receive this kickoff. Darwin Filey, Sean Smith Jr., looks like Anthony Spooney going to be set to return that kick. And we're underway here. Ball's going to take a bounce. Darwin Filey's going to pick that up. He's going to take it out to the middle of the field, look to cut it all the way to the other side, get some blocking in front of him, pushes it through, picks up to about the 35-yard line, and that's where this Rapids offense will take over. So welcome you in. I'm watching on the iPad now so I can monitor some of the comments too. Appreciate Anna as always. Sterling, thank you, brother, for checking in. My all-star there. Anna as always. As we'll get set to go here. Rapids traveling pretty decent today. And also let me know in the comment section, Anna, how I sound. I got a new setup on the sound today. We'll see how that goes. So zoom in a bit here. First down for the Rapids. Brandon McCann's going to start in the backfield. Lefty. Sean Smith Jr. coming in motion. Darwin Filey. Maury Mitchell out wide. Danae Dixon going to drop back on the first down. He's going to look over there. I apologize. Maury Mitchell was on my side. That was Lefty he was looking for on that side. So Rapids offense coming out aggressive as you see, throwing on first down here. Appreciate you, Sterling. So second down now. That's Maury Mitchell down here. Sean Smith Jr., Darwin Farley, lefty in order. Brandon McCann in the backfield. He's going to get that handoff. He's going to try to cut through the line there, pick up a gain of about 1 or 2. It's going to set up third down. As always, appreciate you checking in with us here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. Give a little birthday shout out to my son Landon, celebrating his birthday. His birthday was Thursday. We're celebrating his birthday today. Got left a little bit after. Headed on the road here. Down in Columbus, Ohio. Is your Rapids traveling in their all black uniforms, gold helmets, Fire in their white uniforms, black trim, red numbers. Rapids with their gold numbers as well with the gold helmets. So third down here. Then dropping back, looking. He's going to look for Darwin Filey. He tried to throw it up over top of him, just a little too heavy on that one. But this Rapids offense coming out aggressive. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to come in to punt. So, first possession, a 3-and-out there for the Rapids. I know this defense chomping at the bit to get on the field regardless of what happened. Rapids going to run a guy off late there. Fire up two guys back at about the 30-yard line. Bobby Rhodes Jr. Going to get that away. We got a flag on the play. We'll see what that is. Going to take a good bounce for the Fire there. A decent bounce for the Fire. Ball's going to go out about the 30-yard line. We'll check the receipt of the flag. Not sure. Not only do I not have a running clock on the field at all, here I can actually pan over to the scoreboard. You can see that it is turned off. Uh, don't know if they actually know that I'm up here, so I don't know what the penalty was exactly. But we'll take a look after the referee dumps it back. Okay, so it does look like that was on the Fire. Maybe a hold of some sort. So it's going to back them up a little bit further. And the Fire will come out for their first possession. This Fire team, as I talked to Coach Jamal before the game, very talented. The Rapids do not take them lightly. He said the record doesn't speak for himself. To speak for how good this team is, I told Coach I don't ever look at the records because honestly, some days it really just don't matter. So first down here for the Fire, they're going to hand it off on the first play, and he's going to get wrapped up in the backfield. Justin Dye, Bama, multiple other members of the Rapids defensive line in on the tackle there as well. Looks like, hold on, I'm going to play amateur weatherman again. Looks like some of the bad weather is going to miss us so far. Second down here, Fire going to bring a man in motion. Quarterback going to just hand it off to the running back up the middle. He's going to try to cut it back. Ooh, get hit hard by multiple members again. Big Ray was the first one to initiate that contact. Bama on the tackle. Zier, him, multiple members. Apologize if you hear me hydrating in the background. It's hot here. I'll make sure to stay hydrated, mama. All right, so third down here, third and short. Rapids defense had a chance to make a stand of their own, give the offense the ball right back. Offensive lineman calling something out that he sees. Quarterback dropping back, looking, quick throw out. Oh, it's going to be picked off. Oh, called it incomplete. Almost. Good job there. Nonetheless, by the defensive back to get his hands to that ball, cut that route off. Now it's going to set up fourth and decision time here. I'm going to take a second to fill my water up. I want to clarify. Just in case you heard that noise. Okay, so fourth down, Fire, keeping the offense on the field. Big stand here early on for the Rapids defense possible. Once again, offensive lineman. He's going to calling some of the stuff out there, something to keep an eye on. Oh, and they're going to get a free play, flag, and a free first down. Quarterback going to just be smart to just kind of run that forward. That's an easy one. That's going to be a free first down. And not to harp on it, not to get on it too much, but this this Rapids defense, that false start penalty. I'm sorry, that offsides penalty has been something that has really plagued this defense from really being able to get even be more dominant than they already have been already. So a first down here, ball at the 40-yard line. Still in the first quarter here. Not sure how much time left. The referees know that, not me. Quarterback dropping back, looking. Gonna throw it up over the middle. Oh, bobbled. Dangerous play there. Bobbled, almost caught. Wide receiver would have had plenty of room in front of him had he caught that, but that's going to fall incomplete, bring up second and 10. Rapids looking for the exclamation point on what has been a good season, a great season, an undefeated season so far. Fire absolutely would love to place Florida. Second down and 10 here. Quarterback getting pressure. Steps up in the pocket, just takes off himself. Finally going to get tackled down by Zier. Oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't Zier. Um, I'm going to ask you a question. I know Anna is watching. Anna, what is who is number one? Some people number one. Drop that in the poll comment. Um, switching some jerseys around today. Great hit there. It's going to set up third and short again, but still, this defense of the Rapids has come up before. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here from the Fire. That'll give us a second to step away here on the broadcast. We'll be back here on the Strawboro Sports Show in a second.
Putty's Kitchen. Whether you're craving award winning wings, juicy burgers, loaded fries, or your favorite cocktail, Putty's Kitchen is the place to catch the game with family and friends. Located at 1714 Merriman Road in Akron, Ohio, they're serving up great food, great drinks, and a winning atmosphere every day of the week. When the final whistle blows, head over to Putty's Kitchen for great food, cold drinks, and all your favorite sports on the big screens. Nothing pairs football like wings and burgers and Putty's Kitchen and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Proud sponsor of Reggie Rogers, Jameer Boykin, Denane Dixon, Bobby Eccles Jr., and Casey Gladney.
Back in here, Strawboro Sports Show, Facebook and YouTube page. Ken Straub here, your voice of the Rapids. Third down here for the Rapids. I'm sorry, for the Fire, for the Rapids defense. They're going to run it up the middle, not get anywhere. It's going to bring up fourth and about one or two. I'm sorry, Tay Sanders. Him. I didn't want to just call him. I wanted to give him some proper love on the broadcast too. Appreciate you, Anna, as always. Mama checking in on the broadcast. Love you, Mama. They're playing at Mission Oilfield. We are playing at the middle school. It's a beautiful little facility over here. They got the high school. High school is really nice. The middle school, it's got a good feel here. I'm not sure if that's what that means, but so fourth and short here. It's going to be fourth and about three. Rapids defense stepping up a bit. Linebacker stepping up. Passing. Going to throw it out. Oh, and it was almost intercepted again. Tay got his hand to it twice. Twice on this, or so 2 different drives, almost got him an interception. However, fourth down complete for the Rapids defense. Rapids offense is going to take over here just on the other side of the 50-yard line for their second offensive possession of the game. So Rapids will break the huddle here. Mari Mitchell out wide with Sean Smith Jr. Darwin Filey, lefty up top. Monte Taylor back in the backfield for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Danae Dixon in at quarterback. Their second possession of the game. We'll take that, hand it off to Monte. Monte's going to run it up the middle. Monte's going to push ahead for a first down. Try to take the ball from him. Monte did a good job to hang on to that. First play from scrimmage for Monte Taylor. A gain of about 12. First down for the Rapids. Get that ball moving. Just check on my end zone cam here. Well, make sure we got everything in play today. Sorry about the whip around there. Same formation in for the Rapids. Darwin finally going to come over tight off the line. Then they're going to take that, hand it off to Monte. Monte's going to cut in and out, pick up a nice gain of about 5 there. Bring up second down, second and 5 here for the Rapids. As I said, appreciate you all for checking in with us here on the Strawberry Sports Show, Facebook and YouTube page, the official home of your Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. As we said, 9-0, looking to put a 10-0 cap on a perfect season. Chicago Fires, Columbus Fire. Shout out to my brother in the MLS. Looking to play spoiler today, and would love to as we all get ready for the playoffs. Showing pressure. Danae Dixon dropping back, looking, scanning, throw it. He's going to look for Sean Smith Jr. Oh, sorry. He was looking for lefty on that one. Going to fall incomplete. Dylan Exton going to check in. A wide receiver. Looks like I heard 6:24 on the clock, I do believe. Maybe not. As I said, I have no running scoreboard. The only scoreboard running is ours. Shout out. I know the logo might be a little hard to see. Shout out to Schmoopy Sweets and Treats, the official sponsor today for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapid scoreboard. Danae Dixon dropping back here on third down. Going to look over the middle for Dylan Exton. Dylan Exton going to pick up plenty for the first down there. Good job. Because Josh Davis was on the broadcast with us last week and talked about Dylan Exton loving the contact. One of the things Dylan Exton is great at is almost in like that hybrid tight end role, finding that space over the middle, getting open, easy catches, easy first downs. And now this Cuyahoga Falls Rapids offense moving down the field. Dylan Exton going to come out wide down here. Sean Smith Jr. in. I'm sorry, Mari Mitchell isolated up top. Monte Taylor in the backfield. They ain't going to give it to him. Monte's going to try to run up the middle. Going to break through the first run of contact and do plenty to pick up the first down there. Monte Taylor, not just a running back who can sneak through the hole, cut and go. A running back who was also just hard to take down himself. Strong there on the run. He's going to check out for a second. Zier Graham, another guy impossible to tackle, going to check in for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids because they're going to have the ball now at about the 14-yard line in the red zone now for the Rapids. They're going to hand it off to. Oh, he's going to keep it himself. We'll try to roll out. Danae Dixon going to do a good job of pick up about gain of about 5 or 6 there. Danae 6 foot plus 250 or two. I'm sorry, don't want to give him that many, but 6 foot plus 230, 240 at least. Just very hard to tackle. Reminds me very much of a Byron Leftwich, a very young in his career Ben Roethlisberger. This strong Cam Newton. But Danae Dixon, very strong, very hard to take down. Brandon McCann going to check in at wide receiver here. Other than that, the same crew. Going to hand it off to Zier up the middle. Zier's going to push it up and in for a touchdown. And boom, second possession of the game. Rapids drive right down the field. And just like that, they are on the board. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to come on to attack the extra point here. And we will update the scoreboard. A great job there. You saw all facets of the offense there. Monte Taylor with some runs, Zier Graham with a run, moving the ball out, Dylan Exton in on a catch. And just like that, boom. Cuyahoga Falls Rapids 6-0 up over the Columbus Fire. Bobby Rose Jr. looking to make it 7-0 on the extra point. Monte Taylor in on the hold. Ooh, bobble hold. Monte's just going to pick it up, keep it himself, try to cut it out on the outside and take it in. He won't get in. A good job. Well, not a good job there, but a good job of Monte to try to make something out of a bad snap there. I was just a commentator cursed before I could say it. I was going to talk about how good of a holder Monte is, but a little miscommunication between him and Alec there. They're going to talk about that, get that sorted. But nonetheless, Cuyahoga Falls Rapids up 6-0 here in the first quarter. We'll be back in a second here on the Strawboro Sports Show. All right, back here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook, the YouTube page, Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to get set to kick off here after the touchdown. Rapids up 6-0 on their second possession on offense. Defense going to come out and look to put up another strong set here as Bobby Rhodes Jr. is going to boot that one away. He's going to take that. He's going to bring that out about the 20. He's going to try to break it up the middle, and he's got room. He's out past the 40. Only a couple man to beat. Nope. Oh, and he is going to get taken down. A great job there of a recovery because he was gone. A great recovery tackle by the special teams of the Rapids. Nonetheless, Columbus Fire set up with great field position themselves, looking to attack right back after the Rapids touchdown. Shout out to Trey Hill checking in with us as well. So, we're in the first quarter. Columbus Fire going to be knocking on the doorstep themselves. Ball's going to be at about looks like about the 18-yard line of the Rapids. Quarterback going to take that. Roll out. Looking. He's going to come out now. Look, just going to try to throw it over the middle. It's going to be picked up by the Rapids. A great job there. Way to respond by this defense. And that is exactly how you want your team to respond. Special teams did give up a big play there. What does this defense come out and do? What they have done all year long, and that is make plays for this Cuyahoga Falls Rapids team. So the offense is going to take over deep in their own area, but still, nonetheless, they've got the ball back. And I'm going to close up shop a bit just in case on the other side here. Apologize for that. I'm back. Okay, so move my share out of the way. Falls Rapids come out now. Mari Mitchell, Sean Smith Jr., Darwin Filey, lefty. Brandon McCann going to join Jermaine Dixon in the backfield. Multiple flags, but for the same thing. Got a false start on the Rapids. And I will say, and I know the coaches won't make excuses, but I will say if there's one criticism that you could have of both sides, of the football for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. A bit penalty play this year. Obviously, they've been able to overcome them, but so backed up a little bit now. Then Dixon dropping back, looking. He's going to air it out for Darwin Filey. Oh, and he overshot him. Had Darwin Filey right up the middle. But I like the aggressiveness, regardless of being pushed back in their own area. And you see, well, you can't see, you can see a little bit there. Some coaching up going on there from the Fire. Get their guys on the same page because obviously, regardless of the incomplete pass, Darwin Filey wide open. Bit of a missed shot there, but we've obviously seen in the last drive what this offense is capable of in just a couple plays. So they're going to break the huddle, same formation. Mari Mitchell, Sean Smith Jr., Darwin Filey, lefty. Brandon McCann still in the backfield. Play clock running down for the Rapids. They're going to get that off. Going to hand it to McCann. McCann's going to run it around the outside. I'm sorry. Danae faked me out. Thought he handed it to McCann. Kept it. Danae Dixon great on the play fake. Even for me up here watching right down on the play. Was looking for lefty. Did have a step on him, but it is going to fall incomplete. Going to bring up third and long now for this Rapids offense. So now after the interception, want to make sure nothing bad happens on the other end. 6'7", absolutely. Janae Dixon, a big human being. I thought he was a linebacker when he first walked into our first practice. I'm very familiar with this game. Anthony Spooney going to check in at wide receiver. He is just going to hand it off to Mc. Oh, I'm sorry, he faked it out again. Was looking over the middle of the field, not on the same page with his wide receivers there. And Bobby Rose Jr. going to come in to punt. But after faking me out twice, I'm going to stop calling the play fake and let that play develop a bit. Might be a Tony Romo guy. A little bit wrong on predicting the plays there. But either way, thank you for joining us. As I said, as always, here on Strawbrook Sports Show, Facebook and YouTube page. Here, your home of Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football. And while you have a second, do me a favor. If you're on Facebook, give us a follow. Give us a like. If you're on YouTube, give us a subscribe. Fourth down here, Bobby Rose Jr. going to punt this from his own end zone. Low punt, low snap. Bobby's just going to have to pick that up. And nope. And it's going to fall out. And it's going to be a safety on the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. It's going to put 2 points on the board for the Fire. They're going to get this ball back. So, what happened? Starting with an interception that kept the momentum going after the touchdown, given right back in the first points on the board for the Fire, kind of given back to them by the Rapids. Take a second to update the scoreboard here. Apologize for that. I'll do have to flip the camera around a bit to update the scoreboard. So 6-2. No, it's not the Guardians. So Bobby Rose Jr. gonna have to punt this one away. Gonna possibly, let's just say potentially set Fire up with another good set of field position for their next offensive drive. Bobby Rose Jr., a good punter. He's going to have to give everything he's got on this one. Good job there by Bobby Rose Jr. Cover team's going to have to get down to help him. So Turner's going to take that. He's going to try to cut around to the outside, jump over, spin. Good job there. Give credit. Number 15, same person who saved the touchdown on the tackle, there to make a good stop as well. So now here in the first quarter, Rapids Not going to come easy. Obviously, they knew that. Coach talked about it pregame. They knew, as we said, record doesn't necessarily describe how good this Fire team is. Because they are going to have a player number 16 there kind of coming off gingerly. But this Rapids defense, after making some plays, going to get called on again. Here in the first quarter, 6-2 after the safety. Fire just getting that play off, going to hand it off to the running back. He was stop, start, push ahead. Almost grabbed by multiple members of the Rapids, but he was able to just keep pushing through. Shout out to Paula. Checking in with us as well. All of you. Appreciate, as always, checking in for us for Rapids football. As we said, Rapids trying to put the 10-0 undefeated regular season together. Columbus Fire. Apologize, keep wanting to call them the Chicago Fire. Columbus Fire looking to play spoiler. Quarterback going to hand that off to the running back. He's going to try to cut that out to the numbers. He will. He's got a blocker in front of him, too. He's going to try to cut her on the outside, finally get pushed out of bounds. Just going to mark that at about the 24-yard line. And the Fire driving here again. Damn. So that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter here. We'll switch sides of the field, take a pause here on the Strawberry Sports Show YouTube page and Facebook page. We'll be back in a second for more Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football.
Infinity Construction Company. From healthcare and education to retail and office buildings, Infinity Construction delivers expert general contracting, construction management, and design build services throughout Northeast Ohio. Whether it's building anew or bringing a vision to life, Infinity Construction is committed to quality, integrity, and lasting partnerships. When it's time to build, build with confidence. Check out infinityconstruction.com today and discover how they're bringing projects to life across Northeast Ohio. Proud sponsors of Josh Davis and Mari Mitchell. Ken Straub here for Schmoopy Sweets and Treats, the official bakery of the Strawbro Sports Show. And I'm also here with
Stella
and
Landon Straub.
And boys, do we have a lot to tell everyone about today. Schmoopy's is your go-to for all your bakery needs. Gluten and dairy-free options for muffins, cheesecakes, rolls, breads, cupcakes, cake pops, pies, cakes, you name it, it's there. And boys, what do we think?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Me too, boys. So, if you need anything, especially in this fall time, make sure you get in your orders for pies and pumpkin rolls and cinnamon rolls. Place your order now at
Smoothies. Sweets and treats.
Shout out to our great sponsors. And shout out to my girl Paula. Paula, I gotta update your commercial to not talk about, sorry for my finger being there. To not reflect the fall time in the summertime, but still the menu updated. Take a look there. Schmovie Sweets and Treats, the best bakery around. So, second quarter here. I will update that in a second. Fire driving on this Rapids defense. Quarterback going to take that, drop back, looking, throw it over the middle. Going to be bobbled and almost intercepted again. This Rapids defense has done a great job of being ball hawks today. Get you back updated to reflect here. It is the second quarter. Rapids 6, Fire 2. Rapids driving down the field. Zero Graham driving it in for a touchdown or capping off a touchdown drive. Rapids then got an interception, but unfortunately, 3 and out with a penalty and a bobble snap on the punt. 5-year-old junior did the best he could, but that gave the 2 points to the Fire, and they're driving here, and it's going to be picked off again. And this time, finally, Tay got his interception after almost having two, and he's going to take that. Oops, fumble it out finally. That's okay. He's going to get that thing out at about the 50-yard line. Oops, apologize for that. A little excited there myself because I found my guys. They were looking for me. I found them. Good job there once again by this Rapids defense to come through. And I will say this as long as this Rapids offense can keep it together, maintain what they have done all year, and eliminate the penalties, this defense has been all over the football. Tay himself has had two almost interceptions, finally with the one there, another interception by this defense on the back end, and another dropped interception, an almost interception. This Rapids defense all over the ball. See if the offense can take advantage of this. Monte Taylor checking into the backfield. Sean Smith Jr. going to come over in motion, head on back. Denny Dixon going to take that, hand it off to Monte. Monte cuts that up the middle, follows his blockers. Monte Taylor going to push that almost for a first down, a gain of about 9 there. I would also like some tacos. Second and short here for the Rapids. Checking in on your comments the best I can here on the Facebook page. So love that commercial. I love that you guys love it too. I love their voices. Will not change it. I'll update it a little bit, but we'll always keep it rolling for our guys. Hands it off to Monte Taylor here on second down, and he's going to push that up to the middle. And Monte Taylor is going to take that to the house. Sir. They're going to call him down at the 1 yard line. I was calling it a touchdown all the way, no matter what. Monte Taylor going to get tackled on the pylon marker, which I believe, although we do have a flag, that might negate the whole thing. Looks like we're going to have a holding penalty on the Rapids. Commentator curse. I will take the blame for that one, Coach. I did talk about it. This team has to try to stay mistake free. This defense has been all over. However, you cannot ask the defense to just come out possession after possession and take the ball away. Eventually, they're going to get tired themselves. They're going to make a mistake, as all football players do, and that can cost you some points. The Rapids got to take advantage of what this defense has been giving them. I know Coach Jamal and I know Coach Chris Valentine, offensive coordinator Chris Valentine, talking about that on the sideline. I know that. They know that. Number one seed, undefeated season on the line for the Rapids. Dylan Exton, Mari Mitchell here on our side. Danae going to drop back looking. He's going to throw it out to Dylan Exton. Dylan's going to make a good catch there. Gain of about 5. Going to set it up for third and a lot more manageable. And you can kind of see it on the camera here, but this field, obviously, because it's a grass field, it's angled on each side down, obviously for drainage purposes here. Makes those throws down to the numbers a little bit tougher. Got to put a little bit more on them. Even though it's downhill, it feels like it's a lot further away. This grass a little high. I was on the field pregame. A little high, but nothing that neither team hasn't seen before and played with a good facility here. Gonna hand that off to Zier. Zier fumbled the football. Fire's gonna pick that up. Rapids gonna have to do something here to take him down. Good job there by the quarterback, Denny Dixon, to actually throw out the tackle there. And once again, this offense unfortunately gonna make a mistake and give the Fire the ball in some decent field position as Rapids do have a player down. Those look like lefty. So, Zier Graham, unfortunately, what is with a fumble, and this Rapids defense going to come back out, call the play again. The one thing I will say about this defense, they enjoy being called upon. They don't shy away from the challenge. They like, as much as they want their offense on the field scoring touchdowns, they like to be on the field. They like to be out there to make a play themselves. So second quarter here, 6-2, Rapids up over the Fire. Quarterback going to hand it off to the running back up the middle. He's going to push ahead, break through some contact, do a good job there, pick up enough where it looks like, if not a first down, very close. And I did mention it, I talked about it. That's going to be the one thing. Does not matter which defense it is on any level. They do need their offense to help them put some points on the board. So, see how this Rapids defense can respond. Great job there by Bama to break that play up in the backfield. Good tackle there. Gonna bring up second and long. Shout out to owner Daniel Demand in on the comments in the stream too. Hope you're feeling better, boss. My brother. Shout out to Mark Hale in on the stream too. Mark, I know you're at work. I won't tell you. I did tell you you're at work, but we definitely miss you out here today, brother. We'll definitely see you for the playoffs. Play clock winding down. Rapids bringing some pressure. Quarterback rolling out, looking, threw it at the feet of his wide receiver. That's going to fall incomplete. Bring up third and long. I apologize. Third and short. The job markers. Played a trick on me there. Can I hear him yelling from the phone? You know what? I thought that was you on the touchdown call. I heard yelling. Appreciate all of you, as always, for checking in with us on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. Pep Tribe, your voice of the Rapids. We're going to have a timeout before the Fire. You have a chance to step away here on the broadcast. We'll be back in a second here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook page and YouTube page for your Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football.
Today, I want to talk to you about Ani's Army Foundation. Started by Mark and Lynn Meyer to honor their daughter Annika, Ani's Army Foundation was formed to raise money for the research of medulloblastoma tumors and other pediatric cancers, while making a positive impact on the community and helping those families in need. Here on the website, anisarmy.org, you can follow Ani's story, a story of strength and the love that her family has with her and she has with them as she fights this battle. Here on the website, if you can, please donate via Venmo, credit card, PayPal, cash, or check. Any donation is loved and any donation is appreciated. Thank you.
Back here on the Strawbro Sports Show, always love my favorite commercial to run all year. I want to give a big shout out to Mark and Lynn. Uh, we did lose Hanukkah this year. I want to give a shout out to my Rapids players who all wore pink for me when we were able to play the Michigan Bills. Much love to their family as always. Man, gonna come in motion for the Fire. Quarterback with a drop back. He's looking that way. Anthony Spooney came off the side on the blitz, and the quarterback just threw it away to his running back. He'll finally get tackled. Anthony Spooney came clean on a corner blitz, forced the quarterback to step up into the defensive line, and somehow, and I'd love to watch it back, he was able to throw that ball out from that pocket, find his running back, who was tackled in the backfield, going to set up fourth down here. But this quarterback already showing his elusiveness. Shout out to my mom and my pop there watching on the big screen. So fourth down here for this Rapids defense. Chance to get themselves off the field. Quarterback dropping back. Pressure. He's just going to step up in the pocket himself, run, going to cut back up the middle, and he's going to pick up a first down on his own with his own legs there. Rapids defense had him pinned back. Actually, sorry, had him the fourth down. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize on a first down for the Fire. And now here in the second quarter, Fire going to have the ball at about the 11-yard line with an opportunity to take a lead. Who would be their first lead of the game. And I will have to say, some of these opportunities for the Fire kind of been given to them by this Rapids offense. We'll see how this defense can respond. Quarterback moving his fullback out into motion. Going to take that, hand it off to the running back. He's going to try to cut it. He will not. He's going to get hit hard there. Only pick up a gain of about, he was able to push ahead further than I thought. Pick up a gain of about 4 there. It's like 5. Going to set up second down. So Fire break the huddle on second and 5 here. On the doorstep of their first touchdown and first lead of the game. Quarterback looking, pump fake. He's going to look to the corner of the end zone. And the wide receiver went up and got it over top of the DB. Touchdown for the Fire. And they will take an 8-6 lead. Offense looks like it's going to stay on the field to attempt a 2-point conversion. And we've seen last week, these games not all going to come easy for the Rapids. So this offense going to get called on. They know. And they know what they're capable of. Fire. Kicker in, going to attempt the extra point here. Ball is down. Kick is going to be good. He just got it up over top there. Line drive kick. Multiple Rapids special team members through. Almost got their hands to it. So we'll add one more point. The second quarter here. 9-6. Fire up over the Rapids. So we get set for the kickoff. All right, we're back here now. 5 sets to kick away. Darwin Filey, Anthony Spooning, Sean Smith Jr. all back for the Rapids. Try to put a little bit of magic back there. Ball's away. It's going to be short. Sean Smith Jr. going to take it about the 20-yard line. Going to cut it up the middle. Trying to break a tackle. He will. Push again for another couple more yards there. Get it out to about the 40-yard line. A good return there. Set the offense up for a good start. Hmm? See how this offense can respond. They did multiple times last week in the come behind victory over the Wolfpack. Danae Dixon, one time for Sean Smith Jr., and then one time for Mari Mitchell to take the lead for good. Mixed in with a strong defensive play, as always. So, offense comes out here now, ball at the 40-yard line. Mari Mitchell, Sean Smith Jr. down here to the bottom. Darwin Filey, lefty up top. Brandon McCain in the backfield with Danae Dixon. Quarterback dropping back, looking on the screen. They were calling it out, trying to get it out to lefty there. Going to fall incomplete. So, Raptors going to break the huddle on 2nd and 10 here. It's a ball at the 40-yard line. 10-0, undefeated season. There for the taking for the Rapids. The Levels Fire would love and are loving the spoiler attempt that they have here today. Danae Dixon going to throw that over the middle, was looking for Sean Smith Jr., and that's going to fall incomplete. And the one thing I can say, and it's been, unfortunately, well, something that has kind of been an issue with this team sometimes, is just the slow start. Coach Chris Ballantyne going to take a timeout here, and we'll take a timeout as well here. We'll be back in a second here on the Strong Ball Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page with more Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football.
Putty's Kitchen. Whether you're craving award winning wings, juicy burgers, loaded fries, or your favorite cocktail, Putty's Kitchen is the place to catch the game with family and friends. Located at 1714 Merriman Road in Akron, Ohio, they're serving up great food, great drinks, and a winning atmosphere every day of the week. When the final whistle blows, head over to Putty's Kitchen for great food, cold drinks, and all your favorite sports on the big screens. Nothing pairs football like wings and burgers and Putty's Kitchen and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Proud sponsor of Reggie Rogers, Jameer Boykin, Danae Dixon, Bobby Eccles Jr., and Casey Gladney.
Back in here. 3rd and 10 now for the Rapids. Danae Dixon looking. They escape the pocket. Going to look to unload one. Throw it deep. Mari Mitchell, Darwin Filey trying to go up and get it, but it's going to be intercepted. Now here in the second quarter, Columbus Fire with all the momentum on their sideline. 9-6 lead. Not sure what time is in here in the second quarter. Referees keeping all the time scoreboard not active. So sometime here in the second quarter, Fire all the momentum and the scoreboard in their favor. A 3-point lead, 9-6. Hopefully, this Raptors defense with the time out there, able to get themselves rested enough. Just regret those comments because I did see him over there myself. Monte looks like he was taking some kind of breather, possibly made up, not sure there. Oh, and bit of confusion on both sides there. So you saw the bobble on the exchange there. Back, oh, so sorry, the behind judge, umpire there, judge, referee, sir, um, called it an incomplete pass. Second and 10 here. Rapids defense trying to take advantage. A little pump fake there. Quarterback going to unload. He's got a man, and it's going to fall incomplete. Thankfully for this defense, because they're going to have a conversation. Mir and Sham. Bit of miscommunication there when the guy get past. They're having a conversation just to lock that up. But Fire not able to take advantage of that one. So third and 10 here. This is the second quarter. Fire with a safety. And then touchdown pass. This far end zone here, along with the extra point. Gets them to 9. Rapids with a touchdown themselves. Put it up. Pressure. Gets out of it. Escapes. Now he's looking down the field, and he's got a man wide open. And he's got nobody behind him. And with the block there, he's going to take that to the house. Rapids had an opportunity there to wrap him up in the backfield, but were not able to. He escaped the pocket. And unfortunately, in any level of football, you let the quarterback take up as much time as he does or he can. Eventually, a guy is going to be able to break open. Just like that, after going up 6-0 themselves, Raptors unfortunately have given up 15 straight points to the Columbus Fire. And now real adversity and gut check time for this entire Rapids team. Down, obviously nowhere near out. Plenty of time left, not just in this quarter, but in the entire second half. So plenty of time. But hey, questions being asked by this Fire team. And as of right now, no answers quite yet for the Rapids. A line drive kick, that's going to be no good. And so now here in the second quarter, 15-6, Fire up over the Rapids. Rapids offense needs a response here.
Infinity Construction Company. From healthcare and education to retail and office buildings, Infinity Construction delivers expert general contracting, construction management, and design build services throughout Northeast Ohio. Whether it's building anew or bringing a vision to life, Infinity Construction is committed to quality, integrity, and lasting partnerships. When it's time to build, build with confidence. Check out infinityconstruction.com today and discover how they're bringing projects to life across Northeast Ohio. Proud sponsors of Josh Davis and Mari Mitchell.
Back here, Ken Straub, your voice for the Rapids. on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. As you see, Coach Jamal talking to his defense. Same trio, Sean Smith Jr., Anthony Spooney, Darwin Filey set to return this for the Rapids. Quarterback going to boot that one away. We're going to have a whistle. We're going to have a flag. We're going to have a false start. Coach Jamal wanting that play to go on because that kick did go out of bounds. Would have rather had that ball at the 40, but nonetheless, it's going to back them up. And as you see, it's been a short kick, short-ish kick. So that will help the Rapids out a bit. As you see, the deepest returner at about the 15-yard line. Team Darwin 5. Anthony Spooney, Sean Smith Jr. in as well. So Fire now going to kick off from the 30, up 15-6 in the second quarter. All is away. Like we said, a short kick. Sean Smith Jr. going to take that one again. Going to take that out to the 30, cut it back up to the middle, find a little bit of a seam, breakthrough there. Good job. Get that ball to about the 45-yard line, and here we go. Offense once again set up on the kick return with some decent field position right outside the 50-yard line. See how they can take advantage of that. Still sound like 3 minutes left here in the second quarter. Maury Mitchell, Sean Smith Jr., Darwin Filey, lefty. Across the board is your wide receivers, Brandon McCann in the backfield with Dano Dixon. First down here for the Rapids, ball at the 45-yard line. Then they're going to take that, hand it off to McCann. McCann's going to try to cut it out to the outside. Out. 3 there. Rapids offense really needing a response here. Get themselves right back in this game. Same line up. Going to hand that off to McCann. McCann going to try to dance through the hole. Do a good job there. Bring this up. Going to be about third and 3. Third and very manageable. It's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Fire up 15-6 over the Rapids. We'll be back in a second here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. Your home for Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football.
Ken Straub here for Schmoopy's Sweets and Treats, the official bakery of the Strawbro Sports Show. And I'm also here with...
Toa.
And...
Landon Straub.
And boys, do we have a lot to tell everyone about today. Schmoopy's is your go-to for all your bakery needs. Gluten and dairy-free options for muffins, cheesecakes, rolls, breads, cupcakes, cake pops, pies, cakes, you name it, it's there. And boys, what do we think?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Me too, boys. So, if you need anything, especially in this fall time, make sure you get in your orders for pies and pumpkin rolls and cinnamon rolls. Place your order now at
Smoothies. Sweets and treats.
Check back in after the 2-minute warning here. Rapids with a bit of a hill to climb. 2 minutes in this half, and an entire half still left the football, so still plenty of time here for the Rapids. Monte Taylor going to check back in the backfield. Other than that, same across. Mari, Sean, Darwin, lefty. Monte Taylor in the backfield with Danae Dixon. Darwin finally going to come in motion. Head back on across. Going to take that, hand it off to Monte. Monte going to break through that tackle, break through that contact, push it up for a first down at about the 35-yard line. Great job there, Monte Taylor. One cut of the football here on that drive, and instantly some chain moving there. Seven downs here. Then they're going to take that pump fake, looking out, and he's got Sean Smith Jr. Yes, and he is going to call that a catch. Great job there to keep himself in bounds. Kind of waiting on the referee's decision there. So Rapids with a first down, ball at the 14-yard line. Dylan Exton checking in up top. And they're going to take that, hand it off to Monte. Oh, Monte got tripped up there. 39 seconds left. So here the count from the official from here. Rapids coaching staff asking some questions about that. They are going to take a timeout. Coach Jamal coming out to check on how much time is left. So Rapids with opportunity and some time here. Obviously going to have to run a little bit of the hurry up, but 39 seconds, ball at the 14-yard line. Plenty of time. Now we're going to have a timeout by the Fire defense. They were running a guy on late. Take a pause here on Scarborough Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page, your official home of Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football. Okay. After a couple timeouts, we're back in here. 2nd and 10 for the Rapids. And then looking, he's going to try to look up top, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. An outstanding job by Danae Dixon to just drop that in over the shoulder of his wide receiver. And with just a couple seconds left here in the half, Rapids drive right down and put some points on the board themselves. A much needed touchdown. Great job by this offense. Great job by Sean Smith Jr. with a big catch to lead to keep it going. Danae Dixon finding Rapids running two guys on late. Bobby Rhodes Jr. trying to attempt this extra point here. Good hold this time, but it's going to be blocked. And special teams, a bit of an issue here for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids, but nonetheless, a touchdown with not much time here left in the second half brings them right back in, makes this a 3-point ball game, 15-12. Rapids down to the fire right now. We'll take a break here on the Strawboro Sports Show. We'll be back in a second for the kickoff. Bobby Rose Jr. set to kick this away for the Rapids. He's just going to squib that. And that's a live football. And now it's a fumble. And now it looks like the Rapids got that football. And yes, they do. A great job. But listen, I was critical of them, and I've been critical of the mistakes. But the special teams coming up with a monster play there. Bobby Rhodes Jr. squibbed it, kicked it directly off a bounce into one of the Fire players who tipped it. He tried to recover it. It was stripped away out of his hands by it looked like Anthony Spooney. Scrum and Simons ensues. Cuyahoga Falls Rapids on top of that football. Don't know how much time is left here in the second half, or in the end of this first half here in the second quarter. But from what I've seen pregame, probably within Bobby Rhodes Jr. range already. Although we really need the line to kind of help him out there. However, in that range, if he can get a clean kickoff. But see how much time is left. See if the Rapids offense has an opportunity here to take a shot at the end zone. Rapids are going to come out. Mari Mitchell, Sean Smith Jr., Darwin Filey, lefty. Across the board. Danae Dixon dropping back, looking. Going to get pressured. Gets away from that pressure. Looking, fumbled the football. He picked it up himself. Going to push forward for. Got a timeout. And a call there. And I like the call by Coach Jamal. Going to try out the field goal unit. Sticking behind the special teams. Bobby Rhodes Jr. Ball was down. Nope, and it's going to be blocked again. That's one of the most incredible things I've ever seen on the football field. And I'm going to quote my father talking about my Dallas Cowboys. Leon let it go. The field goal was blocked. Multiple members of the Fire tried to get their hands on it. It eventually bobbled around and found its way to Monte Taylor, who did what Monte Taylor does, and that's run that into the end zone. Wrap fire player down. It looked like he was wobbly. May have been a head injury. I want to give a shout out to Austin Wobbly, our defensive coordinator, for clearing the other side of the field there to get over to that player to make sure he saw some medical attention. Because at the end of the day, this is a brotherhood. We want to see everybody come off the field healthy. Now, we take a breath there. Monte Taylor, touchdown Rapids, 6 points on the board. But a growing concern for this Rapids special teams, and as you see, uh, defensive coach Austin Mobley helping this fire player off of the field. He was shaken up on the play. But the special teams not able to get off an extra point or a field goal attempt yet clean. We'll see how they can clean it up on this. They just had an opportunity to get one again right here. Ball is down, kick is up and good. Give Bobby Rose Jr. a clean pocket and put that thing home. So just like that, an absolute complete flip of the scoreboard in this game. Rapids, 2 touchdowns. And just like that, they take, because I need to update the scoreboard again, I apologize, a 19 to 15 lead over the Columbus Fire. That's going to bring us to halftime here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. I'm going to step away for a second. We will be back for more Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football.
Putty's Kitchen. Whether you're craving award-winning wings, juicy burgers, loaded fries, or your favorite cocktail, Putty's Kitchen is the place to catch the game with family and friends. Located at 1714 Merriman Road in Akron, Ohio, they're serving up great food, great drinks, and a winning atmosphere every day of the week. When the final whistle blows, head over to Putty's Kitchen for great food, cold drinks, and all your favorite sports on the big screens. Nothing pairs football like wings and burgers and Putty's Kitchen and the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. Proud sponsor of Reggie Rogers, Jameer Boykin, Denane Dixon, Bobby Eccles Jr., and Casey Gladney. Infinity Construction Company. From healthcare and education to retail and office buildings, Infinity Construction delivers expert general contracting, construction management, and design build services throughout Northeast Ohio. Whether it's building anew or bringing a vision to life, Infinity Construction is committed to quality, integrity, and lasting partnerships. When it's time to build, build with confidence. Check out infinityconstruction.com today and discover how they're bringing projects to life across Northeast Ohio. Proud sponsors of Josh Davis and Mari Mitchell. Ken Straub here for Schmoopy's Sweets and Treats, the official bakery of the Strawboro Sports Show. And I'm also here with
Toa.
And
Landon Straub.
And boys, do we have a lot to tell everyone about today. Schmoopy's is your go-to for all your bakery needs. Gluten and dairy-free options for muffins, cheesecakes, rolls, breads, cupcakes, cake pops, pies, cakes, you name it, it's there. And boys, what do we think?
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Me too, boys. So, if you need anything, especially in this fall time, make sure you get in your orders for pies and pumpkin rolls and cinnamon rolls. Place your order now at
Smoothies. Sweets and treats.
Today I want to talk to you about Annie's Army Foundation. Started by Mark and Lynn Meyer to honor their daughter Annika, Annie's Army Foundation was formed to raise money for the research of medulloblastoma tumors and other pediatric cancers, while making a positive impact on the community and helping those families in need. Here on the website, anniesarmy.org, you can follow Annie's story, a story of strength and the love that her family has with her and she has with them as she fights this battle. Here on the website, if you can, please donate via Venmo, credit card, PayPal, cash, or check. Any donation is loved and any donation is appreciated. Thank you.
All right. We are keeping an eye on the weather here. Some bad stuff off to the side. But as I'll bring us in live, you are looking live. Oh, as I've always wanted to do that. Yeah, some bad stuff up over here, roaring off to the side. However, we are in the nice bit of it. So we will get the second half underway here in Columbus, Ohio. Cuyahoga Falls Rapids on the road. So we begin this third quarter here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. Ken Straub here, your voice of the Rapids, as always, here for your last regular season game of the season. As Bobby Rose Jr. is going to kick this away, one half between the Rapids and some history. Returner going to wait a second, then finally pick that up. Going to break away from his tackler, going to get pinned over here on that sideline, try to spin back around, and will for a second finally get pushed out of bounds. And that's where the fire will take over to begin this second half. As I have an opportunity to kind of step over here outside the booth to look directly to the left of us here in the field. Nasty, dark, dark clouds over there. But as I said, it's all steering clear of us so far right now. And as much as I'm saying that for the guys and the gals watching, that's also for my mother who's going to be wanting to know how it is over here. We're good, Mom. So, Rapids with an explosive last 40 seconds of the second quarter with a touchdown pass um, from I'm sorry, a touchdown pass from Danae Dixon, then get the ball back on the kickoff. A blocked field goal attempt turns into Monte Taylor running it in for a touchdown. Oh, and another fumble there, and he fumbled it right to Bama. We'll take a look. Oh, and he got it back. I was to say the side judge there was signaling second down, but something to keep an eye on there. This defense has been all over this football. He almost fumbled that thing right to Bama. Appreciate you, Paul. As I said, checking in with us here on the Strawbro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. Your home for Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football. Do us a favor, give us a like, a follow, and a subscribe. And during the week, check out at Strawbro Sports Show for all your Rapids highlights and interviews. We got a flag on the play, tackle in the backfield. Offset and penalties. So we'll replay that down. And at this point, I can hear Coach Jamal saying that Bama's at the end, so I would hope these guys can get that across. Love my guys. Some big noise from the weather there. Quarterback going to hand that off to the wide receiver. Wide receiver is going to try to push it out, but a great job there by the Rapids corner or DB. You can see where he came from too. Push that wide receiver out of bounds for almost a loss. As I said, this dark stuff starting to creep in over top of us. So lights not on yet. Time a factor. Weather a factor here for this football game. We're down here Rapids trying to get through. Pressure quarterback got all kinds of space. Now he's just going to take off up the middle, and he's going to break free. And he's finally, and I'm not going to lie, and it's a bit of gamesmanship, but I respect it. The Fire, they know that this storm is coming in. So they are trying to get down and over and points on the board as quick as they can before the storm goes in. And I'm going to call some smart gamesmanship back. Cuyahoga Falls Rapids are going to call a timeout. So strategy beyond the game of football coming into play here as it is going to, as the rain is starting to come in now. And I respect both coaching staffs. Apologize for the noise. I respect both coaching staffs. A bit of gamesmanship. As I said, as soon as that first down happened, you could see it. The Fire coaching staff rushing their players to the line of scrimmage, trying to get some points on the board before this game could be potentially called. Cuyahoga Falls Rapids take a timeout. However, regardless of that, let the coaching staffs handle that. This Rapids defense, a big stop here needed. First set of downs. We're going to have a whistle and a false start. The heavy stuff starting to try to creep in on us now. If you can, I can hear it. I don't know if you can pick it up on the broadcast, but urgency from this Fire coaching staff right now. And some of the players, I love to hear that excited. The rain's starting to come down. Game gonna get sloppy. Rapids bringing some pressure. Quarterback steps up in the pocket, tried to get away, but will not. Big Dustin dive as the rain really starting to pick up now. Great job by this defensive line. Taste him was in. Chase Sanders in on attack, was in on the pressure, I should say. Tried to get away from Dustin Dye. Dustin Dye got a hold of that jersey, would not let go. As the rain picking up even more now, really starting to come down. Quarterback dropping back, looking. He's going to try to throw it deep, but it's going to be picked off at the 10-yard line. Outstanding job by this Rapids defense to track that football. And now I won't be critical because, like I said, I agreed with it, but maybe a little too much tempo for the Fire. You could maybe say, but either way, I really liked the gamesmanship there from the Fire coaching staff to try to get that play off and move the team up as quickly as they can. As we said, as you see the rain coming in, as a majority of the fans and have kind of moved to some shelter. But now, pin back deep. Rapids offense got to be sure-handed on this football. Maury Mitchell, Sean Smith Jr., Darwin Filey, lefty, in at wide receiver, Monte Taylor in the backfield. Janae Dixon going to hand that off to Monte. Monte going to try to cut it around. He is going to cut it out to the outside, push through a man, get out for a first down. Keeping that clock running, keeping the chains moving. So a first down now. Ball looks to be about the 21-yard line. Same formation, same roster in for the Rapids. Come on. Monte Taylor going to push this up the middle. Monte Taylor got one man to beat. He was pushed down there. However, Monte Taylor ball out to the 50-yard line, ball out to Hatfield. Another big first down for the Rapids. Keeping the ball moving, keeping the clock running. Now, I know, obviously, you would say, Ken, why are we worried about the clock running in the third quarter? Well, we don't know how bad this weather might get. No plans from what I heard from, and shout out to my GM, Morgan Hill. No plans to turn the lights on. So, what we have left of this game is to still be determined, not potentially by the referees on the field, but by Mother Nature herself. Zier Graham, Brandon McCann going to come in. Brandon McCann did a good job there. Bobble snap, and then they dropped it. McCann just picked it up, ran it to looks like maybe about a half a yard behind the original line of scrimmage. So a good job to avoid disaster. And we talked about it on this play. It happened for the Fire as this rain picked up. It's going to happen for the Rapids. Got to be sure-handed to this football. Obviously, nobody's on the sidelines like in college or the NFL with a towel, making sure the balls are dry. Balls. But so it's going to be slick. It's going to be hard to handle. Got to be sure-handed in your touches, in your snaps. Sean Smith Jr. going to come out wide, isolated down here. Going to hand that off to McCann up the middle. McCann going to push through the line and break a tackle. Brandon McCann finally get tackled down, but not before he picks up a first down there. And we've talked about it before. This is a three-headed backfield for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids, led by, obviously, Monte Taylor, but never to be slept on, the big man, Zier Graham. And obviously, no pun intended with the weather, this bolt of lightning in the backfield as well, Brandon McCann. Zier going to check in for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids as they pick up a first down on the other side of the 40-yard line. Fire showing blitz. Yep. And they had a jump. It's going to be a false start on the Rapids. Going to back them up. So as I poke my head out of the booth a bit, pick up some rain for you guys so you can get an accurate forecast here live on the Strawbro Sports Show. Looks like some of the darker clouds kind of a little further left of us. So it might just be some rain to deal with here. Now, first and long here for the Rapids. I don't know if you could hear the coach yell from the sideline. They're running the ball. I mean, obvious in this conditions as well. And they are going to hand it off to Zier. Zier's going to cut it onto the outside. And Zier Graham is going to pick up a block and some help, but we've got a flag. And I can just obviously, I mean, it was a good. And the ref, I said that side judge, they're actually going to demonstrate to Mari what he got him for there. But there was a hold. I'm actually not sure that was on Mari, but maybe just use Mari as a demonstrator. But nonetheless, a hold is going to back the Rapids up further here. So I'm going to step out, unhook the door here, so stop getting the booth wet. All kinds of behind the scenes access here live on the Strawbro Sports Show. Our home of Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football. Rapids up 19-15 here in the third quarter driving. But some work to do. First and very long, Danae Dixon getting away, looking. He's going to just try to throw that up over the middle, and he got lucky there. He was trying to find Maury Mitchell. He threw it up over top of him and right in between two Fire defenders who were looking to close in on that football. So second and it's like about 23 for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids offense. Not a lot in the playbook for second and 23. However, if there is a team that I believe could come through, it's this one. We've seen the explosive plays, not just from the running game, but through the air. A little tougher here in these conditions, but nonetheless, we'll see Monte Taylor back in the backfield with Zier Graham. Going to hand that off to Monte. Monte's going to try to get it outside, and Monte does. Monte turns the corner, cuts it back in, hangs on to that football, and gets out for a first down. Monte Taylor. Good job there as well by Zier to get out on a lead block there. Listen, you don't want Zier to run the ball at you. You don't want him trying to block you. You don't want him coming downhill to hit you. You want no part of that, man. So another first down. Rapids offense driving this ball down the field in the rain. Trying to get some separation here between them and the Fire. It's been a close back and forth first half. Mistakes for both teams leading to points. So it looks like we're starting to get some hail. McCann going to take that, run it through the middle, put it back in. A great job by Brandon McCann. We talked about it. You're seeing all three running backs. We have a fired player down, so we'll take a step and slide the camera over there. Once again, I want to give a shout out. I don't want to show the injured player, but shout out to Austin Mobley. Multiple times coming over to check on injured guys from either team. Nonetheless, all three running backs on this drive helping push this Rapids offense down to where they got the ball now at about the let's say 5.5 yard line. Monte Taylor with a good run. McCann with multiple runs. Zier Graham with a run and some lead blocking as well. All three running backs key here on this drive. It's good to see that Fire player come off the sideline a little gingerly, but still off under his home power. Hopefully he's okay. So it looks like we're going to have a brief stoppage of play. Looks like one of the referees may have left a window open or a trunk open, but I've seen them head over to where their cars were at halftime. So I'm going to believe it's something rain related. Although at this point, rain kind of slowing up a bit. That car's already wet, my guy. Okay, Rapids offense now. First and goal. Zier, McCann in the backfield. Going to take that, give it right to Zier. And Zier's going to push it up the middle for another Rapids touchdown. And you compare and contrast both offensive possessions in the midst of this weather. Obviously, Rapids had one play not in the rain. As it did slow up here, we got a Rapids player down. We'll check on him. But the Fire tried to put that ball in the air, and it was not. I'm sorry, it was a Fire player down. Rapid or Fire. Oh no, it was a Rapids player. I want to try to check out, see who that is coming across the screen. Um, Fire tried to put this ball through the air, and it cost them. Rapids put the ball on the ground, put it in the trust of their running backs, trust in 2, trust in 8, trust in McCann, and just like that, Rapids touchdown. Does look like one of the wide receivers coming off very gingerly, being helped off by Austin Mobley. Bobby Rose Jr. in to attempt this extra point. Another bad snap, and this one is blocked. And unless Monte Taylor can catch him, he's going to take that to the house. So we'll update the scoreboard. And we will put 6 points up for the Rapids, and we will put 2 points up for the Fire to update the score here in the third quarter. Rapids 25, Fire 17. And I'm not going to lie, somebody make sure I'm correct because at this point, with all of the safeties and extra points and returns, I think I have the correct score. So a wild swing there. Doesn't often happen where a touchdown results in points for both teams. But that is what happened here. So Bobby Rose Jr., that special teams unit, having a really hard time getting off the extra points and the field goals today for the Rapids. So I'm going to have to weather some of the rain and open the booth back up. It's a little hot in here. Not just on the field, Fire running the guys on late, off camera. So are the Rapids. Bobby Rhodes Jr. going to squib it again. This time he gets directly to. He's going to have a burst. That was a good hit. I can hear it from here. No surprise there. Zero Graham in on the hit. And I will say, I know on the screen it doesn't do it justice, but it's also starting to get dark here. I got good lighting on the camera, but something to keep an eye on. And no one has corrected me on the score, so I guess everybody's just going to believe that I have the right score. So Fire come out first down here. Ball at the 45-yard line. Oh, fumble. Good job there by the running back to just cover that back up. But another tough exchange. Sorry, I was picking up some of the chatter down on the field. But another bad exchange between quarterback and running back. There we go. As I try to find the lights here. Quarterback looking. Pressure. He's going to step up in the pocket now. He's going to launch it downfield. Oh, yeah. An unlucky play there. That was 100% going to be, if not picked off, but 100% in the hands of a Rapid DB. Unfortunately, umpire, or I should say the back judge there in the way. Bit of fun there between him and Spoony. Spoony asking for a flag for a a hit on a defenseless receiver. All right, so back in now here in the third quarter. Third down here. Strange. I thought it was a playful interaction between Spoony and the referee, but now the referee threatening to throw Spoony out of the game there. I'm surprised there. He got in the way of the play. Spoony has every right to be a bit upset. Quarterback dropping back here. Going to be pressured. He's looking deep. And it's going to be in and out of the hands of the wide receiver, but a close. Apologize about that bit of interception there. Trying to get the lights on here at the stadium. Quarterback's going to drop back to pass here. Looking. He's going to look over the middle of the field. He's going to find a man for a first down. So Fire trying to move with some tempo now. Quarterback looking pressured there, trying to get away. He does for a second, and then he will not. Good job by LaMarcus to get in on the sack there. We're going to have a timeout by the Fire. That'll give us a chance to step away here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. We'll be back in a So welcome back. We second down here. Quarterback dropping back. He's going to step up in the pocket and just take off himself. Then keep going. Try to jump over. He's not going to jump over Sham. Good job there by Sham. But a big gain there by the Fire. As I was kicked off the Wi-Fi, they were trying to turn the lights on the field, so they just decided to come up to the booth and flip all the switches up here. Don't have anything to do with those lights. So I have lost my ability to check in on the comment section for right now. But fourth quarter time here for the Rapids. 1 quarter away from a 10-0 season and an undefeated regular season. We'll step away here on the Strawboro Sports Show Facebook and YouTube page. And when we come back, your last quarter of regular season football for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids. So as we set the scene here, it's pretty simple. Rapids, as the Thunder rolls, Rapids with an 8 point lead and 1 quarter away from a 10-0 undefeated regular season. I asked everyone that I interviewed, and I asked the coaches what it would mean to them to finish the season undefeated. And quite simply, they all wanted to across the board. Everyone knows what it means. Everyone knows how much an undefeated season would mean to a second year organization like the Rapids. However, plenty of time and plenty of business to still take care of here on the field. Fire with the ball, driving, looking to potentially tie this ball game. Bringing a man in motion. Quarterback looking, pressure, dances away from the pressure, but won't get away again. And he's going to be wrapped up there. And a good job by this Rapids defense. They've been hitting hard all game. Continuing that here. Oh, and a big shot of lightning off to the left of us. So we're gonna play on. Is that Thunder rolling in now after the lightning? Lightning off to the left of us. Rapids defense looking to bring some thunder themselves. Quarterback going to hand it off to the running back. He's going to try to dance to the outside and cut back up the middle. He will, and he's going to push it in for a touchdown. And now this fire team, because we're going to have some penalties being thrown. 2 point conversion away from tying this football game. Because we'll see. I'm not sure. The personal foul looks like it's going to be on the fire. So that's going to back the 2 point conversion up. Make this one a little bit more challenging. Because I am back in now, reconnected. So I'm back in live with your comments as well. But still work to do for the Fire to tie up this ball game. We've got us a good one here in Columbus. Fourth quarter, after the Fire touchdown, it brings it to 25-23. Rapids up. So Fire going to empty the backfield here. Look for the quarterback draw. Quarterback going to take that, try to throw the quick slant, and it's going to fall incomplete. Great job by this Rapids defense to yes, they did give up the touchdown. However, they did a great job on the 2 point conversion to hold strong there and maintain this 2 point lead here in the fourth quarter. So, and I agree with you, Rico. Monte Taylor, absolutely. I believe that if you put Monte Taylor on a D1 college, in a D1 football program with a monster offensive line, I 100% believe with good conditioning in the offseason, Monte Taylor would eat on the college level. However, it's not just Monte Taylor. It's going to take a whole team effort here. Rapids, fourth quarter here. After the fire touchdown, hold it just a 2-point lead. I'm going to try to keep us on the field as much as I can for this fourth quarter. Run through all of our commercials as many times as I possibly could. We're going to get into some fourth quarter football. Anthony Spooney going to take that ball. He's going to run it right up the middle. Anthony Spooney fumbled the football. Referee going to come in and he's going to point that way. So another special teams issue, another turnover, and that's going to give the Fire this football. And after the touchdown, and only a 2-point lead, this Rapids defense isn't just going to be called upon to make a play. They're going to get called upon to save, not just save, but to keep the Rapids in this game. So not a long break. Rapids defense need a play here. Need a little magic. You don't get to this point in this season without all phases of football. As you see, some lightning there. These guys being told to play through, and they got to just push through it. Ignore that stuff. Rapids bringing some pressure. Quarterback just going to take off himself. He's going to try to scramble through, and he breaks through, and he does. And he's finally going to get tackled down there on the other side of the 20-yard line in a big first down. Running the clock. Referee crew doing everything they can to get this game in. And I don't have a problem with that. Fire going to come out, empty the backfield. 4 wide receivers. Rapids defense needs a play here. It's their time. Fourth quarter with an undefeated season on the line. Call upon the defense. Quarterback going to drop back. Looking. Scanning. Pressured. Will not escape the pressure. Going to be sacked in the backfield there. Great job by this Rapids defense. Rapids defense getting good pressure all game. They have, obviously, as you see by the scoreboard, given up some points. But this defense has been all over the football, have been ball hawks, have been hard hitters, taking that ball out. And this entire Rapids team is looking upon those 11 to try to make a play here. Chicago, Columbus Fire going to take a timeout. We will take a timeout quickly. We'll keep the game up in the screen. We'll take a pause here on the Strawbro Sports Show. All right. Both teams will break the huddle. Rapids will break the huddle first. This defense. Looking to be the catalyst to the Rapids hanging on right now to this 2-point lead. Second and long. Ball at the 25-yard line. Fire. After the score, ball back with an opportunity here. Quarterback dropping back. He's going to throw a quick out. Get it out to his wide receiver who tries to make a move. He will not. Going to get tackled. If not at the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit further behind. It's going to bring up third and long now. So third down now. 8 minutes left. I hear from the official. Quarterback looking. He's going to take a shot. He's going to throw that up in the air. Ooh, and a good job there by Anthony Spooning. I'm sorry, Anthony with the I think Anthony Spooning with the DBs over there to try to get their hands to that football. Fire coaching staff. Not sure on what to do here on fourth and very long. I think I did hear field goal, but I'm not sure, and it does not. Nope, doesn't look like that was going to be the call anyway. So offense is going to stay out on the field. They're going to empty the backfield here on fourth and long. 8 minutes, as we said, left in this fourth quarter. So a big possession here for the Fire. Quarterback dropping back. He's got time, ran out of time. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's just going to look in the end zone. And a great job there by Anthony Spoonie to just throw that thing behind him out of bounds, not even giving the wide receiver an opportunity off a deflection to get that football. That exhale was for all of us. So, somewhere around in the 7-minute mark, Rapids offense is going to take over at the 25-yard line. I can, as someone who's done 2 years of Rapids football, I can put a stamp on this. This is one of the most important drives that an offense has had for the Cuyahoga Falls Rapids football in their short stint in the PFA. Staring at a 10-0 undefeated regular season. A score and some time off the clock could really, really put a very, very big step towards completing that goal. We'll see what Coach Chris Ballantyne and this offense has cooked up. Murray Mitchell is going to be isolated down here on the bottom. We're going to have a flag. We're going to have an offsides. Good job there by Danae Dixon on the hard count, and a good job by this offensive line staying locked in. Now we're going to have a discussion. After that discussion, yep, penalties will stand. So, move the chains ahead. So, 1st and 5. Looks like some confusion by the Chicago, or I apologize, the Columbus Fire. Going to hand that off to Zier. Zier's going to try to push it ahead. He won't. I'm going to try to strip that ball from him. They will not. So clock running, but not enough time off anywhere near yet. Rapids going to need to pick up multiple first downs, put some points on the board. They really want to put some separation and take a step, as I said, towards that undefeated season. Just throw all that away right now. Right now, it's 11 on 11 with this ball game itself still in the balance. Monte Taylor going to check back in the backfield for wide receivers. Going to hand that off to Monte Taylor, of course, who's just going to run that up the middle. Monte Taylor cuts it back again. They're going to try to go for that football, but they won't get it. Monte Taylor is going to push that out to the 20-yard line, 20 to 20 flip almost of the whole field.